Grand rise, mother lover, mother flowers, mother fluffers. Your girl overslept. I'm still barely awake. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I just woke up like, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes ago. And I usually don't like to talk to anybody for at least an hour because I'm, kind of snippy snappy first thing in the morning. But here goes nothing. Fuck it, ain't it? I figure I'll just chill in here and wait and see if anybody shows up. If they don't, then fuck it. Look at you talking shit. I know. Look, I didn't plan on being late, man. I tried, but see what had happened was. Uh, oh man. So y'all gotta be patient with me if for the first little bit of this shit, because I'm not completely, you know, I'm still waking up, motherfucker. I'm still on my first cup of coffee and shit. I'm not even halfway through this jang. So if I get snippy snappy, you know what I'm saying? Get your girl some slack. You're gonna be late at least we can work the late. I know I'm all late and I'm a bitch. Ooh. Kind of fuck shit is this? Bitch, you're an hour and some odd, goddamn, almost an hour and a half late. And you got the goddamn nerve to be fucking bitchy. Look, I don't need none of your shit this morning, okay? It is. That's why I didn't go live last night. I thought about it, but I am, spent by the end of the evening and shit. I have less fucking patience. Might be prone to cuss the motherfucker out and shit, and not get across what I'm trying to say. So I said, fuck it. Bitch, you better in the morning. But look, I ain't even get up on, but to be fair, I've had a busy shit's going on, but excuse me, tomorrow morning, I have that shit I'm getting done at the dentist. Not looking forward to it at all. I mean, I am and I'm not, right? Like, it needs to be done. Shit, I paid for it over a month ago. I just been waiting to get in with this guy. He's a specialist, right? So like, and he doesn't even accept insurance. That's how bougie this motherfucker is. Oh shit. Oh, I've only come on here once drinking, and we'll just say it wasn't my wisest choice. It wasn't my finest moment on YouTube. But I've only done that shit one time. And I still managed, even with the goddamn, and I wasn't white girl shitty at all, but I had a nice little glow. And I still managed to, not to talk too much shit. I said, look at me go. Oh, shady shit. There ain't no excuse for these other bitches just be get up here telling all their goddamn business. I was drunk. So, motherfucker. Friends don't let friends YouTube drunk. Hold on, I gotta put my hair up. Can you still hear me? Can you hear me? Oh, still my jammies, y'all. Oh man, I shouldn't have scheduled this shit for so early. Oh well, fuck it. Since when has anything been a professional production over here? Hmm. Never, never, ever. I have to, man. I have one of those big ass clips. You know what I'm talking about? Just twirl that shit up and pop, clip it. You gotta clip it. Oh, before you know the rest. My coffee. I feel like this fucker. It's like not even that hot. Oh well, fuck it. Anyway, I had some old positive shit I was gonna talk about. Now I'm all fucking discombobulated. I'm kerfuckled. It's all kerfuckle. Fuck. Oh no. My neighbors are like, God damn it. Here goes this honky again. Here I are. Here she goes again in the run. Screaming curse words. You thought I said something. You always think I say something else. Hunter. You be having fucking wishful thinking. Are you the king of wishful thinking? Remember that song? I'll get over you. I know I will. I'll pretend my ship's not said. I don't know the rest. And I tell myself I'm over you. I'll be the king of wishful thinking. Y'all remember that shit? I'm saying y'all like there's more than one person in here. Who's wishful thinking now, bitch? I didn't even do a sound check, but you're talking back, so I'm gonna go ahead and assume. I'm gonna assume that y'all can hear me. Let me turn this other phone on. Y'all, I'm all kinds of fucked up this morning. It feels all late, but it's not even 9. Hold on, I should have. This it's a kerfuckle, y'all. There's no other way to describe it. It's kerfuckle this here morning. And I gotta be up at the ass crack of dawn tomorrow. What rhymes with a big ass clip? Big ass chip. Look at you! Get your head out the gutter, Hunter! I just woke up. You're over there talking about what rhymes. We all know what rhymes with it. Cheese and rye. Say the rye! Someone get Hunter. He wants to talk nerdy. See, and I got you in here all by yourself. Ooh. Are you scared? Hmm? Are you a little nervous? Like, ooh, I kind of wanted this, but I don't know if I really do now. I'm kind of scared, kind of excited, kind of don't know what to do. Aha! Right where I want you. All right, what the fuck is up with this phone? Come on, you bastard. Come on, you bitch. All right, well, you're going to be a dick face. Hold on, y'all. God darn it. I gotta do something. It'll only take me a second. Mom, Grand Rise, how are you? I'm all kinds of kerfuckle this morning. All right, I set the live because I thought I was gonna be up and shit. I'm always up early, but I stayed up too goddamn late. I couldn't go to sleep for shit. Finally fall asleep, over fucking sleep. Wake up, I'm like, oh shit. Oh fuck, people are waiting. Right, dude. I rush on here. I'm an asshole first thing in the fucking morning. This was not a smart idea. Fuck it. Y'all love me anyway, right? Yes. Yes, motherfucker. Yes, yes. God, here goes Fred and his fucking friend. Fred the goddamn fly. Fuck you, Fred. You and your bitch ass fly friend yesterday. I killed one of them, though. Mary, cynical one. What's up, twin? Girl, this fucker's trying me already. First thing in the goddamn morning. I haven't even had a whole cup of coffee, y'all. PSA and shit. Just your warning. Don't look. I cannot be responsible for any snippy snappies this here morning. All right. All right, I gotta be quiet, motherfuckers. They're sleeping. Hold on, y'all. Hold up, wait up. Hear my ankles cracking? Probably not. You can hear me coming a mile away. Can't sneak up on nobody. Hold on, y'all. Look your striker. Playing Wordle in this motherfucker. Use with me too, Larry. And here I was like, 7:30's plenty enough time. I'll drink a whole pot of coffee before that. Wake up late, scrambling. Oh fuck! Oh shit! I was surprised people were in here waiting. Hunter talking about just like a woman always late. I'm like, you know what? You know fucking what? So, so Leave me alone and shit. At least I showed up, god damn it. Better late than never and shit. How are y'all doing? It's Thursday. Uh-oh, ain't it? I lied, it's Wednesday. Fuck. It's Wacky Wednesday. Why did I think it was Thursday? I got excited. Just kidding, bitch. You gotta do all that not fun shit on Thursday. Hold on, let me see if I can. Make sure y'all tag the links. Alright, y'all. Me too, Larry. I couldn't fall asleep. I really tried. I did eat kind. All right. To be fair, I took a late ass night nap. To the tree. B Dub. I took your wrench, sir. I took it. You were fraternizing with the enemy. So I took your shit. Now you gotta earn it back. You gotta whisper sweet nerd nothings to me. That's what you gotta do. Cynical. He was fraternizing with the enemy. Can you believe it? I warned him. If I'm not mistaken, I warned him last time. I told him. This motherfucker's laughing. I told him. I said, keep it up. Keep it up. Ah, look. Ah, look. You over there. You gotta let me troll too. I said, no, he didn't. He did. He's across enemy lines and shit. I said, this motherfucker. Ain't it? Tell him just chill. Tell him. You supposed to be like up in the ranks of the Queen's Guard. And you over behind enemy lines, cutting up and shit. I said, this motherfucker. I gotta rethink this whole shit. This whole goddamn shit. I gotta rethink the whole shit. I see, V-Dub. I see over there teasing motherfuckers, starting shit. I said, no, he didn't. You got motherfuckers making videos to you, and here you are, do, hey. Like, no, I shan't. I shan't. You're in trouble. You're in so much trouble. I tell my wife we need to leave at 7:30 when really exactly. You want to hear some fucked up shit? I have my clock in my truck fast. So I'm on time. You know what I'm saying? Like it's fast. That way you get in your car and you're like, oh fuck, it's this time. Da, 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 da. Instead of looking at my phone, so I'll haul ass, you know what I mean? And I'm really on time, but I think I'm late type shit. You gotta trick yourself sometimes. Yeah, beat up. Yeah. You're in trouble. You're in trouble. Nah, there's probably gonna be another 11 videos made, bucket, that I won't watch not a one of. We could curl us, but here goes V-Dub. I say, all right. Well, you're gonna have to do that over there without your Queen's garb on and shit. I can't have that. You request a spanking. You request a trial by naughty combat. Vita. You're Elrod. Get your boy. You get your boy. I took his wrench. He was behind enemy lines. I told him last time. I warned his ass. He said, ha ha ha. Watch this. And I said, all right, well, you forced my hand. My pimp hand is strong. You feel me? It is strong. I did, just chilling. I did, and I ain't even say a word. I just waited till he rolled up in here. Oh, hey, fancy seeing you here and shit. No, you're naked in the chat. Why are you naked? V-Dub? What that is? I see what you doing. I know what I'm doing. Over here with the queen of nerds, and you fucking with you as it. Gag me with a spoon. As if, oh my god, no, you're dead, but you're dead. I said, oh no, he did. So now he punished. Now he wants a spanking. Look, I'll get to you. Okay, I'll get to you. Just You're in the penalty box right now. Okay. Exactly. He just wants me to dress up. That's all. You seen him too. See how erotic. You seen him and I seen him. Everybody else done seen him. You know? How I look? Hmm. Hmm. Huh. I didn't even say a word. Look, just he gonna fuck around. I'm gonna come back on here. My goddamn look, y'all want to hear the name of my next character? I wasn't gonna tell nobody. I was just gonna wait until she comes out. But so when I started Modoris, the very first character we did was Miss Temptress. Jesus, can't even talk. Miss Temptress, right? Then we did Madame Modor. Bitch, Gus. Just Gus! Vintage Vixen. Oh, ancient Titas. What, motherfucker? What? We got an ancient Falupala? You know what I'm saying? Since we're in ancient intelligence and shit, people be calling it artificial. It's ancient, but anyway. So now we on some vintage vixen shit. Y'all in love? Look, you can be in love, but that's all fine and dandy. But being behind enemy lines, fraternizing, what's up, soul provider? Your friend's in trouble. That's all there is to it. He was over there on some whole other shit. You know what I'm saying? Come up in here now. He naked. Now he wants to spanking and shit. I said I can't have that. He's in trouble. Straight up. Thank you, just chilling. He gonna learn. I'm gonna learn him something. You know what I mean? I'm gonna learn him. You have a coveted position in the Queen's Guard, V-Dub. You do understand that, right? Not many men's over here get to chill with your highness. I'm about to be high. You feel me? I don't give a fuck. Y'all can watch them. See, that's the thing too. I was going to talk about, like, people talk about healing and shit up here, but they don't walk the walk. I walk the walk. I talk the talk, and I walk the walk. You know what I'm saying? And so nah, like old shit don't work. Trying to get my attention or whatever anymore. I don't care to interact with certain shit. You know what I mean? You have to cut things off that are like toxic completely. That doesn't mean getting the last word in or, oh, but I just gotta say this. or oh my god, this person said this. I gotta respond. Man, I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? You gotta really mean it when you say it. You can't just get up here and say you don't give a fuck and give 5,000 fucks. You gotta really not give a fuck. Separate yourself from the shit. You know what I mean? That's not good for you. And then you'll see your growth. You know what I'm saying? But you really don't have growth if you're staying in the same cycles and the same spaces, same everything. How can you grow in the same space? You can't. You know what I mean? So shit is different. I know a lot of people are like, what the fuck? Yeah, your girl up and healed on motherfuckers. People didn't even know. Yeah. So you see his shit? You see him? Look. And he had a coveted spot. You know what I'm saying? You too, baby daddy. How are you? How are you? You were the first one here and I'm late. I fucking overslept, went to bed late and shit. I may or may not have been up fucking up some macaroni salad at 2 something this morning. I may or may not. Okay, still up for debate. I'm okay. I got my dental shit tomorrow morning, all ass early, but I'm not gonna be going by myself. I usually go by myself. You know, I don't give a fuck, but so I don't know if it's nerves. That's why I couldn't sleep. Oh, Jeremiah, welcome. Be more all day. Oh shit, be more up in this motherfucker. I got some peoples in they're from Be More. That's our neighbor. Won't you be my neighbor? Merlin, y'all got some yummy ass crabs up there. I ain't even gonna front. That's what I was thinking. It's probably nerves. I've been counting this shit down. I'm ready. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a whole lot better all the way around for my health, the way I feel. Just something that needs to be done. I've been looking forward to getting done for the longest goddamn time. And then I had some issues with it last week. I didn't tell nobody online because people celebrate and take joy and shit. You know what I'm saying? Gives them something to talk about. So I keep things to, to myself. Well, I pick and choose now, but yeah, I was struggling last week. Actually, I had to go to the doctor, and I mean, it wasn't like what happened a couple months ago, by no means, but a little different situation, but still not fun. Not fun. And that's what I was worried about. I'm like, fuck. But he's been out of town. There's nothing, he's out the country. And there's literally not another fucking dentist in town that can even compare to his work. You know what I'm saying? He's so good. This motherfucker is so good. He doesn't even accept any insurance. Like, people pay, and it's like, I'm the youngest one there. Well, no, I'm not the youngest, but it's a lot of rich old motherfuckers. And he, like, he what's it called, cosmetic shit. He specializes in that, but he's really good. Every time I've ever had any kind of dental work done with him, it was the best I've ever had. Like, I didn't have any pain or swelling of any kind. None of his work ever was shitty or nothing like that. So, but yeah, I think it's because I was ready. I was gonna go live last night. I was like, my people need some goddamn encouragement and some motivation and shit like that out here, instead of, there's a bunch of channels on the interwebs just arguing with motherfuckers. It's performance. You're performing for people you don't like when you respond or get into it with them and shit like that. Like, fuck them. What? Why do I care? I don't care. You're this and that. You did that. Okay. All right. Cool. Anyways. Gross. I'm allergic. I'm allergic. Oh, V-Dub. I know your peoples are cool. The ones that you introduced me to over on your channel, I subbed. Ask them. I stopped by there to their lives and shit. I a lot of times don't know, like, if y'all are talking about sector stuff or whatever, but I don't ever know what's going on. But I pop in and shit. I learned that health insurance is for poor people. I wish I had some fucking insurance. The shit I gotta pay out of pocket, and it's all a scam anyway. Insurance is all a goddamn scam. Lady Red, girl, we strutting. We strutting in our pumps and shit. Falupala and all. Because I thought about, like, when you take inventory and you reflect back and shit like that in life, I was like, yeah, I ain't doing too bad. Your girl's still strutting. It's hard to heal when like, the wound is still being wounded. I guess you could say it's hard to heal, but you have to. Things aren't always going to be ideal. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's a test of strength and resolve within oneself. And this is what I was talking about in my little when I shared this, and I was like, let's talk about some shit for self-development in these areas, because a lot of people, they think they're doing something by arguing with the next motherfucker. You're literally proving yourself to people that are committed to being ignorant, and you waste your precious energy and your time, and it's really all an energy siphon anyway. That's all others want. You know how you hear that saying, there's talkers and there's doers? It's the same thing here online. Like, you'll have people that have channels, they're the quote unquote stars, if you will, the ones that people go and watch. And then you have the channels that talk about the people that everyone goes to watch. And you'll figure out where you fall, Ooh, that's right, just chilling. I loves me a baby Fupa. I may do show on Fupa love later. You don't want me to get you into the dragon stuff, V-Dub. I love me some dragon stuff. Not just like the whole Game of Thrones, but the ancient, well, I forgot the right word. It's early, y'all, but what the dragon represented when it came to the divine feminine. A lot of people don't know. Grand Rise, Phoenix. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Uh-oh, you at the lake? Hell yeah. You and goddamn Tom. Tom gets to go. He lives on a fucking lake, dude. He just walks out there. Pow! There's the beach. I'm like, this lucky fuck. You motherfucker. Show me the dragon and I'll get you on my Star Trek. Dracarys, ain't it? Ain't it? But have you noticed that my Dracarys is more controlled now? You too, baby daddy. I'm proud of myself. Look, if ain't nobody gonna give me a pat on the back, I'm gonna give myself a pat on the back because your girl has healed so much and grown so much. I don't just get up here and say it because it sounds good, but my actions show the shit. You know what I mean? You have to. You can stay stunted, right? And never grow and stay in the space that others want you to be in, or you can break free from that shit. You know? You want to slay a dragon? Ow! Look at him talking shit early, y'all. It ain't even Thirsty Thursday. I don't see nothing wrong. Sing it, Sean. With a little food for love. I don't see nothing wrong. You need a big old kiss on your cheeks. Thank you, you too, baby daddy. Ah. Thanks. I know. It comes down to ego, though. And it's a shame that it takes us this long in these kind of spaces to reveal that shit. But think about it. You get on the interwebs to prove yourself to motherfuckers who don't like you, don't give a shit. You could fucking lay out the goddamn truth. It doesn't matter. That's not the point of it all. And you'll be trying to prove yourself, and I'll tell the truth. I'm in the right. Wasting your time. Jay Solid, how are you? Grand Rise, welcome, welcome. I haven't, so thank you, Lady Red. Thank you. And see, just Elrod's learning. I've had to change a lot of myself. You know what I'm saying? Like I've had to change a lot. I told you guys I recognized my flaws and I had to work on them. And it's lack of accountability in adults. And I don't want to be one of those motherfuckers. You'll never get better if you can't, fix your flaws and shit. But I don't ever want to be stunted. You know what I'm saying? I do. That's actually one of my biggest fears in life is losing my mental, you know what I'm saying? My memory completely, losing all of that. That would be like awful for someone like me. It really would. So, but anyway, what I was about to say is I've really tried to improve in certain shit. You know what I mean? And heal and take accountability for the shit that I've done and shit that wasn't right and all that good stuff, right? And it's just a shame because you'll put yourself in positions and in areas where that's not a norm, and there's these things called mirror neurons, there's static personalities. We could get real nerdy with it. It depends on how nerdy you really want to go. But there's a lot to the dynamics of, how these spaces work and how the human psychology works and all that good shit. And just because I can get up here and drag motherfuckers and crack a joke and make you laugh and shit doesn't mean that I don't know the inner workings and why. And that's what makes it hard. And that's why I have a lot of empathy, even in situations where I shouldn't, because I know the inner workings of it. You know what I mean? It's like a car, like what's wrong with the motor and shit, why it's making that noise, but nobody else knows why it's making the noise. Exactly. Exactly. Just chilling. Exactly. And you're not gonna get cool points all the time from certain motherfuckers. You might be called all kinds of names, and you're called crazy when you tell the truth. And when you go against the status quo and go against, the majority, you'll be called crazy. Any truth teller will be, right? That's the first thing that happens to make you seem not credible, and you'll be called cowards if you don't want to engage in old patterns. And but who are you trying to prove something to? In all reality, who are you trying to prove something to when you get up here and argue with motherfuckers, or try to prove their points wrong and shit. Like, you're performing for motherfuckers who can't stand you. Stop performing for people. Stop giving them. You're handing them your energy. Is what you're doing. You're handing it to them. Here you go. Fuck that. Take your power back. Everybody always talks about that shit and they say it, but they don't know what it truly fucking means. They really don't. People too scared to look a certain way in front of, or I gotta be a badass and I gotta do this and I gotta do that. Nah. They're just, even when people I probably shouldn't say this shit, but I always know what's going on. Even if I pretend like I don't. I know what the fuck is going on. I'm not an idiot. I know people may think that, but I'm far from that. I know when people are at, look, I know my intuition is on point, my discernment, now that I trust it just keeps getting better with time. But there's a reason why I say and do the shit that I do. Put it that way. And that's all there is to it. There's no explaining shit. There's no proving shit. There's no, I don't have anything to prove. And I think when we get up here and do that, it comes from an insecurity, from a lack of confidence, and that was one thing when I started Modor Arts, and the people, the little video I made where it's just, well, all of it's just me, but I'm like, this is the owner of Modor Arts or whatever. The song that I used, if I could give people the, I guess, lack of give a fuck that I found over the years, and people think it's confidence, but in all reality, it's just acceptance of self. And I wish I could give that to people. I wish I could trade spaces with them for a moment. You know what I mean? Just so they could see that a lot of the pain they cause themselves, you know, lack of accountability is what tears a lot of people down. Speaking for, exactly. But people, it's hard nowadays for people to admit that they're wrong or that they're like they're flawed and shit like that. Cause it's image. Everything's image based. Oh, I'm perfect. Oh, I'm a badass. Oh, I'm rich. Oh, I got this. I'm the best of the best of the best of the best. And I'm the hardest ass. And I'm this and I'm that. You know what I'm saying? And that's all performance. It's all pump fake. It's all shit. You know what I mean? To make oneself feel better about who they are. Because in some eyes, it's a flaw or it's weak. You know what I'm saying? To improve. It's the craziest shit. What's up, Mr. Brooks? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh, it's good. I woke up late. Fucking late. Of course. And so, accountability is everything. And that's why I don't get out here with the I realize it. And sometimes it takes seeing other people do the shit you do or you had done, and you're like, oh wow, that's what I look like. What's up, D-Mac? Welcome, 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 welcome. And you gotta grow, man. You gotta grow. You can't stay. I mean, you can, but you can't blame anybody but yourself. And when I do start feeling down about shit or whatever in life, I do reflect, and I'm like, wow, all the shit I've been through. When you really take account of everything in your life, and you're still here. You know what I'm saying? And I think the goal is to not be the same motherfucker that you were. Like, to be a better motherfucker. And not only that, but to blame everything on others, and instead of seeing the fault within self, and instead of being, a lot of people are too blind to see it, though. It's too hard to admit that we may be wrong about something, or for some reason in our society that is a bad thing, and it keeps people stunted, it keeps people stagnant, and stupid. Honestly, it keeps you from reaching your highest potentials in life. It really does. And so and so did this to me, or so and so did this to me, instead of just saying, okay, well, this happened. That's how we can use like a relationship as an example, right? Like a romantic relationship. You'll know that somebody's over that person when you ask them what happened, and they're like, oh, we split. Now, if somebody's like, oh, this motherfucker did this, and that, they're still not over it, right? And they want you to feel how they feel about the situation. It's the same shit. It's the exact same shit. You'll know that you're healing and you're over things when you no longer blame everybody else and you start to see your own faults and shit, and you not only recognize them, acknowledge them and fix them. And there ain't no weakness in that. That doesn't make you a coward, because you don't want to keep repeating toxic patterns and things that do nothing for your growth, do nothing for you as a person. If you allow the opinions of people that are stuck to influence your growth, you're the idiot. And you're falling right into the exactly what is meant. You feel me? Don't let people do that, because a lot of people will see your potential long before you do. Long before you do. Diva said this shit the other day and it was 100% true. She said, you know how I knew I was something? When you guys told me. You know what I'm saying? That's the truth. A lot of times you don't see your potential, but others do. They see it way before you do. They see what you can be. They see what you can do. They see the power that you walk within and that you hold. And you don't. And that's a shame that we don't see ourselves, you know, in those ways. But take it and harness it. You know, don't let the lack of growth within oneself to keep you in patterns of insanity when you're just doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting different results, and then wondering why you're stuck. It's you. Everything in life, it will come back to you. I know everybody wants to blame everything on everybody else, but it really comes back to you. And what are you doing? And you know what I'm saying? To change it. What that type of shit. And people don't want to do that because it's easier to point the finger at others. It's so much easier to do that because then they're wrong. Wrong. You feel me? I'm using little air quotes. Wrong. That's where, oh, I'm right. I'm better. I mean, that's what I see it every day. People getting on here, comparing themselves to others, telling so and so I'm better because I have this shit, or you know, da 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 da. It depends on what you base someone's worth on. That matters. Not everybody knows the value of something. Like you and I could go to a fucking, I don't know, a storage unit, right? Let's say we buy a storage unit and it's got an old car and it's all beat up and fucked up and shit, right? To somebody else, it may look like a piece of shit. You know what I'm saying? Not worth a fuck ass thing. But to somebody who knows the value of it, that might be some collector's item and shit. You know what I mean? You got to know. If you don't know what you're looking at, you don't know the value of it. Hold on, let me read this. God damn. Oh, V-Dub just macking on the tenderonis. I'll allow it. I'll allow it. But that's just, you know, I was thinking about some shit and I'm like, I have come a long way as far, you know, against a lot of fucking odds. There's been a lot of shit in life, and I'm sure everybody can look back on shit and be like, wow, that was meant to take me out. That was meant to do this. This was meant to do that. And I'm still trucking. You know what I'm saying? I'm still growing. I'm still doing me, you know what I'm saying? Against all odds, if you can still remain in purpose, still sustain, you know what I mean? I think that's a true strength, test of strength in life. And, you know, you make your destiny happen, I guess you could say. You know what I'm saying? When you follow that shit instead of following the the approval. Why would you care? Why should you? You know, where does your power, you're putting power in other people's opinions. Where should your power truly lie? That's the shit I wanted to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, I don't care to compete. I don't care to compare. That has never done anything for me, ever. And like jealousy, we all feel it. It's a natural human emotion, right? The trick with jealousy, I learned this shit so long ago growing up. That's why I'm not a real jealous person when it comes to like other women and shit, right? If you're around somebody, male or female, and you start to feel that jealous feeling, that's a sign for you to level up. That means there's something within that person that you see that is threatening to you in some sort of way because they have something that you feel you lack. That's the truth. Fear, I mean, shit like that comes from fear. That is the root cause of cruelty, of people when they threaten you, when they attack you and shit like that. There's a fear underneath. We fear what we can't control and shit. We fear the things we don't understand. Having boundaries to save me from exactly. But see, and I struggle with this shit too. It's a daily thing. I have to enforce my own boundaries, you know? Because we'll let people slide and shit. And when you start letting people overstep that shit, then our motherfuckers think they can. You know, that's why people are, oh, she's a bitch. Oh, she's this, she's that. Well, I've had to be. You know what I'm saying? I've learned in life that when I was lax with my boundaries, when I let people violate and shit like that, and I didn't enforce them, it just made it more, made it happen more because other people saw it. And they're like, oh, she's not going to enforce them. I can too. You teach people how to treat you. 100%. By the way you treat yourself and by how you let others treat you. And other, you know, I posted this little thingy yesterday about energy, and it's so true. People focus too much on the physical. They focus way too much. Oh, she's fat. How do people like her? Oh, she's not even cute. Da 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 da. It's not about that. It's about energy. We as humans, we remember how someone made us feel longer than you'll remember their face, longer than you'll remember their name. You'll remember how they make you feel. And certain people in life have that aura, they have that energy, right? And they can touch people in ways, not negatively, but in other ways. And we don't forget that. You'll never forget genuine love from somebody, ever. That's why in relationships, you see it all the time. You know, somebody will be with somebody and they just love them genuinely, you know, everything about them is shit. And the person will get bored and move on and you know, get with a couple assholes, bitches, whatever, and then look back and be like, God, you know, I had a good person who loved me genuinely, and they'll always remember that. They'll always compare it to everything after that. Because fake shit, it just can't. It can't ever measure up to some genuine, authentic shit. And that's the things we remember in life. And I would much rather be a motherfucker that gave out genuine than fake shit, you know? Just to get something, especially in these spaces. People will be nice to you, but there's a catch. You have to remember we are performing, we're entertainers to a certain extent, but remember who you're performing for. The public are people that hate you. Why would you ever care? You know what I'm saying? That they are not where you're going to get what you need. They're just distractions along the way. They're your little test to see if you can get past them. Because if you can't get past that kind of shit, you don't have a shot in hell of getting past worse, you know? And I kind of feel like in my life, everything has been you know, they say everything happens for a reason and shit. And even people I talk to, they're like, God damn, you had some weird shit going on in your life. You've gotten through some, you know, not run of the mill things. But maybe certain people go through more shit and they're shaped in ways, you know what I'm saying, and molded for their purpose. Maybe I had to go through all this shit to get in the place I'm at now because maybe there's somebody who, you know, I need to reach. You never know. You never know. I'm not divine. You know what I'm saying? I don't know plans. I don't know any of that shit. All I know is when people try to, because you have people that want to destiny swap, you have monitoring spirits and shit like that, and instead of people focusing on what their purpose is, their genuine, authentic purpose for their life, they will try to take somebody else's and make it their own, not realizing that you had a beautiful purpose, you had a badass purpose, but instead of recognizing that and walking in that, you chose to try to destroy someone else's and then wondered why there was nothing but misery and pain, you know? So that's all. I just want people to not not get stuck in those traps, I guess you could say, because I feel like they're traps, honestly. Have you ever noticed that in life? It's like that with relationships and shit. When you're happy, you're moving on or whatever. Like the past comes back to test you. See if you're still stupid and shit. Life is short and narrow, not meant to have a purpose. I agree. And these are all lessons, I've had to learn. Like, I thought about it. I was like, what am I getting up here, a long time ago? I was like, why am I proving myself? For what? Like, the people that matter will know the truth. And fuck the rest. Own it. And it used to bother me and shit and things that people would say. And then I was like, why would it bother me when I don't even value this person's opinion? I don't even care. Like, care about the opinions of people that matter, people that you value. Everybody's going to have an opinion. And most times people have opinions on shit that they can't do, that they're not capable of. And they'll put it down and shit on it because it's something they can't do or they don't have. Like, that's why I laugh at people when they get up here and they're very concerned with image and what they have and materialistic wise, and they think that makes them a better person and shit like that. Okay. You keep thinking that, but that just lets you know what that type of time they on. You feel me? And you'll know, okay, that's a surface motherfucker. That's a person that is not on the same level. Doesn't mean they're above or below. They're just not on the same level. You don't value the same things. Of course you're gonna have differing opinions and shit. I got 4 sisters and 2 of them love to see me fucked up. Oh Lord. Some people found their person and chose not to fuck with them. That's true. So that's true. I think that has something to do with like the whole twin flame thing or whatever you believe in. And for my Bible believers and stuff, for the Christians out there, people like to get up here and holler about the Bible and verses and shit, but they pick and choose. They pick and choose. And I'm pretty sure there's a verse that says that no weapon against me or formed against me shall prosper. And some about God will build a table before your enemies, And sometimes that's the worst thing that can happen. It's to watch a motherfucker heal when they had everything meant to stop that. And if you can still grow in an environment or in a position where you have every odd against you, you're special. And that's something to covet and not covet, but that's something to protect. And that's something that you should nourish because not everybody is capable of that. It's hard. It's hard. And it's meant, I think that's what separates, I do. No cherry picking jerks. I'm saying, Frisco. I'm saying, fuckers. Grown ass men don't know how to work. I'm a grown ass woman. I don't know, Hunter. I don't know. I'm not a man. I have lady balls. I don't have the man balls. Ooey. But that's how I think when you have like, you start to recognize your purpose or you start to figure shit out a little bit. You're not like the rest. You're not meant to be like the rest. So stop acting like you are. Stop trying to impress the regular schmegulars. Stop trying to, reason with demons and reason with people who lack fucking you know, critical thinking skills and shit like that. You're doing nothing but wasting your time when there's people out here that you're meant to touch in different ways. Not up here, caring about the wrong shit, I guess you could say. And I think that happens a lot in life is we get carried away thinking about and caring about the wrong goddamn shit. And then you get all off purpose, all out your lane and shit. You're all kerfuckled. You know what I'm saying? Get back on your goddamn shit. Fuck it. Those are just distractions and shit. That's all. Can't Cut, can't use straps or ropes, run equipment. I'm pissed today. Get him, Hunter. But that's because you're a boss man. That's always schmexy. We love a boss man and shit. I told you, I saw your little. I said, damn, he's handsome. Look at this motherfucker. I never knew. When I stalked your channel, I only saw like your work stuff. I'd never seen you up close. You don't really show yourself. And then when I saw that live, I said, oh, hey, hey, fuck everything and everyone. Oh, you on one of them. I mean, shit. It happens. Ebb and flow, baby. Ebb and flow. You boss man, you gotta, lay down the law. Ooh. Are you dominant like that, Hunter? All right, no, we're not going to do that because I'm going to start talking shit, and that's not what this stream is about. This is supposed to be a motivational stream, not me talking shit. All I need is a good lady and my fishing pole, and I'm happy. All my other shit. I know that's right, Mr. Brooks. I know that's right. I went and stalked him because I really liked the music. I was like, ooh, he's got good taste in music. I know shit like that. And then that's what I'm saying. If you talk about somebody on here with their names and shit, your viewers, their videos are going to be suggested to your viewers. That's how these algorithms work. So just because you don't, put somebody's name in the title, the shit is going to get back to them. I mean, if shit pops up on your screen that you're just thinking and not saying, what do you think is going to happen with the shit you're saying? And you're hollering somebody's name. That's the whole point. You want that motherfucker to hear it, or else you wouldn't say it public. Why would you even fucking don't be like V-Dub, don't fraternize with the enemy. You are dominant, I can tell. I can tell. I couldn't tell in the chat. But then when I saw it, I was like, oh, interesting. Oh. You can't wait for stone crab season. Oh, yummy. Y'all know your girl loves some crab. You know what's crazy is back in the day, poor people ate crab and fucking lobster and shit. And now it's the opposite. The rich people eat. I'm like, this is some backwards ass shit. We need to go back to how it used to be. I vote we go back that way. I think you should feed the poor people goddamn lobsters and crabs. That's what I vote, goddamn it. I hope y'all are hitting the likes and shit. Oh, I love some clams. Oh my god. Fried clam strips. With some tata. God, stop it. I'm trying to lose weight, V-Dub. You are no help over this motherfucker. I'm vanilla, baby. No killer, baby. Hey, oh, Hunter, you almost got me elbow dropped the other day. You better chill out. Stop it. I've been known to. You better be careful, sir. Careful now. Careful. Fresco. Look, he don't even know it. Fuck around, I'll make you mine. Oh, I said it. No, I'm teasing. Am I? Maybe. Maybe not. I've been known to do some wild shit up on this motherfucker. We give no fuck. Tom's gonna be like, you can't come over here anymore because you're just fucking a man eater and you're taking all my goddamn peoples and chewing them up. You gotta stop. Okay. All right. My bad. Just say Uncle Remus. That's all you gotta say. Say it. Real soft like. I'll be down just talking shit. Look, I gotta get all this out. My kids are getting grown and shit. I can't act but so much a fool once I'm a grandma and stuff, which, hopefully that's years out. But I've had some friends become grandmas lately, and I'm like, fuck, I'm almost at my guilt stage, y'all. Shit, we gotta get all our yayas out now. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Falupala City and shit. You want catfish and hush puppies? Lurry. Are you gonna take me to get some catfish and some hush puppies? I don't like coleslaw. I can't even look at it, smell it. Ugh. Will you, Vita? Oh, congrats. That's so fucking amazing. How wonderful. I am not rushing it, right? I'm completely patient, but I'm looking forward to it. Fitting to be the sexiest GB. I know. I'm saying, dude, Gilf's deep. I'm saying, Hunter. Y'all still gonna love me when I'm all guilt like? Look, the vintage Vixen's coming back. I already decided. I got so like several people had, and it wasn't just a one time. This shit's been going on for a couple of months. So I took it as a sign from the universe. Everybody keeps telling me, oh, I missed it. You should do it again. Now this time I don't know if it'll be as racy because last time I sold pictures and stuff. This time I might just keep it, you know, just lingerie and cosplay. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, I can't stand it. Just chilling. I can't. That even the smell. I just can't fuck with it. When I was in private school growing up, you had to eat what they made, and you couldn't have your drink till after you ate all your food. So that's why I can eat a whole meal without ever taking a sip of a drink, right? And it was a. This was before I started. Another woman started keeping me, but it was ideal for my dad because it kept us from like 6 in the morning till 6 at night. And he was a single dad and shit like that. But they were real fucked up. And I remember one time, I think I was in second grade, and they would serve coleslaw with like refried beans, and they were real dry and just disgusting, and a cup of milk, and that was all you got, right? So I just didn't eat on those days because it was gross, right? I didn't like it. I never liked coleslaw ever my entire life. Well, I think it made it worse this time. So that teacher, right, held my fucking mouth open and made like put the coleslaw in my mouth and shit. And I ended up vomiting and all that. What's up, Ansky? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope I said your name right. Is he leaving? Look, I scared him. Hi, Hunter. Go do your boss thing and stuff, Mr. Boss Man. I'll see you later. But yeah, they forced it down my throat, and I think it's a lot of it's trauma from that because I already hated it. But now there's trauma associated with coleslaw, so I can't even look at that shit. That school was fucked up, man. They made me clean up diarrhea when I was like 6 because I was laughing at this other kid that was farting in class and shit. 6 years old. They didn't give me no gloves, no nothing. And my dad raised holy hell. I remember the teachers talking about the hell my dad raised. He could have sued the fuck out of that place, but he didn't. So, but yeah, I don't fuck with coleslaw. That's why. I used to feel so like defenseless when I was little. I'll never forget that shit. I think that's why I am the way I am now as an adult and shit. They say that you become the person that you wish you had around when you were a kid. And I think that's why I am the way I am. Like even my kids know that. And one of my sons has played me a few times, because I'll go to bat for my kids. Like I don't even think twice. You know what I'm saying? You need mama? I'm there. And I don't give a shit. Like what I'm going up against, nothing. Like, that's my job or whatever. But when I was little, I felt like I didn't have any of that, And I think that's why I'm so adamant as an adult to just, be like, nah, fuck that. No, we ain't doing that shit. That's why I speak up for the fucking underdogs. I've been an underdog my whole life. You know what I'm saying? Well, and you know what's crazy is I always saw myself as an underdog when other people saw me as a big dog. And I'd be like, wait, what? Oh, for real? No, shut up. Okay. Roof. I'd a big dog. Oh shit. We done graduated, y'all. You were a teacher's pet. I bet, Larry. I bet you're my babe. You're definitely my babe. I told Bearcat that shit last summer or last fall. I said, we're adopting Larry. There's no questions. I'm adopting Larry. He's mine. Straight up. No joke. I told him that. Justified weapons. Stop it. You're so naughty. Oh, you whooped them both and didn't get suspended. I fought a substitute and the assistant. Oh, Jesus. I never fought no teachers. No, it was just a private school. Just a private school. It wasn't Christian or Catholic. I think we prayed, though. If I'm not. No, we didn't. No, I don't think. Maybe we didn't. Yeah, my mom went to Catholic school, though. And they were evil. Like, she has a lot of trauma growing up because my grandma, I told you, she was like way ahead of her time and she didn't give a fuck. about societal norms. So she, left my grandpa because he had a drinking issue and shit, like not long after my mom was born. And because my mom was like a love child, you know what I'm saying? And my grandma won't about none of those goddamn traditional, male and female roles. She owned her own businesses. This was back in the 50s. She didn't give a fuck. She didn't need no man. She didn't want no man, And so she did that. But she did. My mom went to like Catholic schools and stuff, sometimes like when she was younger for most of the year. And the nuns were real evil to my mom. Real evil to her. That's why, like, when I was growing up, and this is how you know you've matured and shit. And you'll blame your parents for shit and see them certain ways, and because all you can think about is your pain and how you feel and all this shit. But then as you get older, and sometimes it happens before you become a parent, and sometimes it doesn't happen until you become a parent, but you start to understand that people are who they are because they were shaped in those ways. And that doesn't excuse bad behavior. It explains it, but it doesn't excuse it. And it's our job to heal the shit. I know it seems fucked up. People cause the trauma and then we're stuck having to heal it, but there's gifts that come with that. You acquire wisdom that you can't buy in life, and you can hone your discernment. I mean, there's just things that you are gifted, not of the realm of materialistic shit, but they're things that are priceless because they just can't be bought. And they're the things in you that others will covet and are jealous of. Peace bothers people, and especially if you're, people want you to be upset or intimidated or angry or shit like that. When you're not, the control is lost, and there's something called coercive control. I want you guys to look that up. I can read it to you if you want me to. I'll read it. But this happens a lot in life. Make sure y'all tag in the lake. And oftentimes we don't notice it because you don't know what to look for, you know? Hold on. When I tell you I've done a lot of growing over the years, I really have. I had to. You get tired, you know what I'm saying? Of living in the same shit. Aw. Hold on, Larry. I fell in lust. There you go. See, I don't know. I've never been to a Catholic school. My mom's the only person I know that ever went to crap. I don't even know if they have those around here. But I've heard some horror stories, okay? I've heard some horror stories of Catholic school. Certainly not somewhere I would send my children, you know? Look, there's a short on my page of there was a substitute driver one time. I've told this story before. And she put her fucking hands on my kid, dude. Like she picked him up, and he was teeny. He was only 5 at the time. And she was driving all crazy and shit. And man, look, I waited for this bitch to come out the goddamn neighborhood. This is what I try to tell y'all. The law around here, they didn't know me per se, but let's just say they know I have self-control. That's for sure. And I confronted this bitch on the way out of the neighborhood, and I didn't realize she still had kids on the bus. And once I saw the children on the bus, you know, I couldn't, like, controlled myself and shit because I didn't want to trauma. I'd be pissed if that was my child on the bus and some other bitch couldn't control her shit, you know what I'm saying? And traumatize the fuck out of my kid. I'd be pissed because you doing the same shit to my kid that was done to yours. Like, fuck you. Now I'm mad at you, you know? So, but I still had words with the bitch, and it was hard. It took a lot of self-control. I feel in life, I keep getting tested when it comes to my children and self-control. Ain't that some bullshit? Hold on, let me read this to y'all. Just so you know what to look for. All right. Coercive control is a form of abuse where the main goal is to degrade, isolate, and deprive a person of their rights to physical security, dignity, and respect, which puts the victim in a state of terror and entrapment and includes tactics such as monitoring movements, social isolation, and restriction of access. Subtle signs. Coercive control is a pattern of intimidation, manipulation, and isolation designed to strip away your autonomy and self-worth. Subtle signs include constant monitoring of your whereabouts, intense love bombing early on, subtle guilt trips when you make independent plans, and quote unquote gaslighting where your reality is consistently challenged. Identifying coercive control can be difficult because the behaviors often seem like expressions of love or concern in the early stages. The following areas outline the subtle indicators to watch for. Social isolation. Abusers often work to cut you off from your support system, making you entirely dependent on them for validation and connection. Creeping separation. They might subtly express dislike for your friends or family, creating friction so that hanging out with them feels like an exhausting argument. Interference. They may frequently interrupt your calls or check in so often when you're out that you stop trying to socialize altogether. Guilt. Make you feel guilty for spending time with others instead of them, often disguised as statements like, I just miss you so much. Don't you want to spend time with me? I won't get into all that. It goes into micro regulation of your daily life, financial manipulation. Here's some psychological and emotional tactics because I see this a lot online. Um, Gaslighting, twisting the truth and manipulating conversations so that you end up apologizing for something they did or believing you remembered an event entirely wrong. Backhanded compliments, undermining your confidence by offering degrading remarks masked as jokes or constructive criticism. Withholding affection, using the silent treatment or denying love affection to punish you for not acting the way that they want. Now, this also applies to not just intimate relationships. Coercive control and manipulation is used in all dynamics. All dynamics. Coercion focuses on the overt use of power. The controller makes their demands and negative consequences like violence, punishment, or loss explicit. Those are the threats. The victim knows exactly what they are being forced to do and why. Manipulation focuses on covert mind games. The manipulator exploits your vulnerabilities, gaslights, guilt trips, or lies to bend your will. The victim is often unaware they are being steered and may feel confused or emotionally off balance. So those are, make sure you look into this kind of shit. There's a lot of manipulation that goes on in this world, and that's how people feel powerful and in control is by controlling others. Like I've told you guys this before, the majority of the time they can't control themselves. And so they feel like by controlling others, that's being in control, and it's not. Because when you're truly in control of yourself and you're mastering your ego. I'm nowhere near mastering it completely, but I definitely have more of a hold of it than I did in the past. You don't feel the need to control a narrative or control others' thinking or feeling or anything like that. You learn to let things be, to let it live. You know what I'm saying? Let people do what they're gonna do because you'll see true. Instead of when you try to manipulate a situation or control it or change how people see you and shit like that. No, you want to see things for what they are and how somebody naturally goes. That's why now I don't look, when people say things or whatever. I don't. That's not what bothers me. I look to see who believes it, because that's how I determine who I fuck with and who I don't. And with it's I've gotten stuck into certain things in life, certain patterns and shit that were very hard to break. They're always abuse patterns. I know that word is a trigger word here, and they don't even, put your videos out when you use that word, but it's true. That's what it is. And people that get up here and drag back and forth and shit, it's just a contest to who can be more verbally abusive. That's all it is. Mad people on just this site, hell, they can be in this chat, fall into that carrot. But exactly, because control is and sometimes people don't even know when they're doing it, just chilling. I couldn't be controlled, that's why they're beating on me, ain't it, Mr. Brooks? Yep, that's how it goes. And that's how it is in abusive relationships with, intimate ones and stuff. When they can't control the partner, usually it'll start with verbal, right? And then if the verbal isn't working, then it moves to physical. And it's all because they want control. And people that want control are insecure. And they clearly feel fear. They have a fear. If you're not in complete their control, you're some sort of threat. So a lot of shit stems from fear. Believe it or not, people lie because they're afraid. They're afraid of the consequences, afraid of what others may think, shit like that. For real, it's sad. And so many things that we fear in life that we really don't need to. And the amount of shit that we allow and we tolerate in life, and we don't even see that we're just falling right back into the same patterns over and over and over. And a lot of times it's planned this way. You have to understand that manipulators will keep setting a trap, hoping that you fall into it. You got to be smarter than that, though. While they're setting that trap, you set your own. Oops. That's what I mean when I say, just because I play stupid doesn't mean I am stupid. Never have been. I would have never made it this far in life. And people, it depends on what you value in life, to what your idea of success is. And to somebody who values materialistic shit, I am a complete failure. Right? But to people who value everything but materialistic shit, I'm a success. And I'm okay with that. I'm completely okay with that. Because you can't take none of that shit with you when you go. And really, does it have any bearing on your soul and your spirit? What you wear? Or how much money you have in the bank? No, it doesn't. Not at all. I'd much rather, what I'm saying, people care about a crown here on this earth, in this realm. I've always known that my crown rests upon my soul, not my physical dome piece. And a lot of people don't understand that, and they're not meant to. Not everybody's meant to feel you. They're just not. That's okay. Fear leads to anger. Anger leads to hate. Hate leads to the dark side. Yoda. Exactly. Precisely. Perfect example. A good number of people on this site, some of them are in this chat, love to impose certain identities on other. Well, yeah, I mean, I got that too. That's human nature. It's not necessarily right, but we all do it. You just gotta. And sometimes I feel like, fuck. You know what I mean? I wish what's up, barn dog? Grand rise. Lucka. Sometimes, I was saying this the other night. I'm like, I really feel like I'm behind, like I really wish I could have learned these lessons and shit. And because they're life lessons and character building, if you will, self-development. I wish I would have had this wisdom and this, self-control and shit like that years ago. But coulda, shoulda, woulda. I needed to go through all these things to acquire that, if you will, So you can't really, I can't feel any type of way about it, I guess. And like I said, you are molded for your purpose if you allow yourself to be. Or you can spend your time and waste your time here on earth and never walk in your true purpose because you're trying to destroy somebody else's. A lot of times people will destroy their own blessings worried about the next person's blessings. And if how did she get through that? Or I don't understand. And she just keeps coming out on that. Well, make sure your intentions are pure. And you should, follow the law of your land or whatever, but there's universal law above everything. Above everything. And the social media is meant to be consumed. It's meant to influence and all that other shit. And people who are weak-minded, and that I'm not saying that as an insult because we all are, it's used for marketing and all kinds of shit, right? You're susceptible, you're human. You just gotta go back in and tell yourself, okay, this is what this is for, that don't fall into the shit. You know what I'm saying? Fear tactics. I mean, think about when the COVID shit, that was all fucking fear tactics. You know what I'm saying? Just understand that everything is for a reason. It's all fucking psyops. It's all for control. And when it gets down to the skinny of the majority of the shit that you will struggle with in life, it will come down to control. Either your self-control or others trying to control you. and you either falling into it or not. But in all reality, as long as you can govern yourself and control what you allow, what you tolerate, what you involve yourself with and shit like that, what you feed your spirit, your soul, you can't be upset about shit if you're not monitoring what you're putting in your own shit, like what you surround yourself with, the people you do. That's a proven fact that you become what you surround yourself around. So if you surround yourself around a bunch of fake ass motherfuckers, you're going to be a fake ass motherfucker. You surround yourself with people that have no drive, no goals, no fucking, you know, morals, shit like that, you're going to eventually be the same. Like I said, there's, I could get real nerdy with it. Okay. I could. Like I said, maybe I'll do a whole show on mirror neurons and static personality and all that other shit. But there's reasons for there's psychological reasons. There's the brain works certain ways. And I'm the type of person where if I want to change something, I feel like I need to understand how it works completely, because you can't change something from the outside. You have to do it from the inside, right? So if you don't understand how the motor works, how the fuck you going to be able to manipulate it or change it or any of that kind of shit, or destroy it, if you will. You can't destroy it if you don't know how, if you can't get on the inside to do it. Get nerdy with me, Big J said, talk nerdy to me. But I tell you what, with the mirror neurons, this is my thing with it, right? Mirror neurons, everybody has them. It's more prevalent and more empathetic people, right? And this is scientifically proven with scans and all type of shit, right? And mirror neurons is when you'll mirror, you know what I'm saying? And like it strikes certain shit within your brain and you will kind of fall in line and you know what I'm saying? Shit like that. Well, the opposite happens too. And when it comes to hating, no joke. And you see people on here that really, would like you to believe that they're, totally different than what they are. But you see them running around on the interwebs just hating on motherfuckers. And a truly happy person that's content with themselves will never feel the need to hate on another motherfucker. Ever. But that's their insecurities in them trying to make them feel like they measure up, A lot of envy and jealousy. A lot of it. And isn't that crazy though? And we do that since we're kids. You see what somebody else has or whatever, and you're jealous of it instead of recognizing everything that you have. That's why it's so important to be grateful, man. And I've gone through this shit. Nothing I'm saying is like a dig to anybody, because I had to go through this shit to be able to recognize it and acknowledge it. Okay. Like when I'm quiet, y'all know last year and shit, I got real quiet for some months there. And I've done this over the years because when I go through shit, I internalize it. I'm an introvert. So I go inside instead of outside. And I've known this since I was little. I can't change nobody else. I can only change me. Right. So what can I do differently to change whatever the fuck's going on that I don't like? What is it about me? And a lot of people, instead of going in, they go out because for some reason, I guess you're less valuable if you're wrong or if you change, like if you correct shit. I'm not sure how people can say all humans are flawed. We all do this, we all do that, but then it's wrong to apologize like that. That's seen as weak, and it's not. It takes much more strength to recognize your wrongs and say, okay, and be vulnerable enough to say, I was wrong. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. Without a but, without a, oh, but you did this and you deserve this and da 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 da. And then you're just right back in the same fucking patterns. But people don't want to admit that because they have this thing set in their head that makes them less than, or, they lose control by admitting fault. And that's not true at all. Not at all. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with noticing areas that you need to grow and fixing them. It doesn't make you weak. It doesn't make you a coward if you don't want to keep fighting with motherfuckers. That's all gaslighting and manipulation to try to get to your ego so that you'll keep fighting and play into their fucking game. That's why you just can't give a fuck. You'll be crazy to motherfuckers that, live in lies when you tell the truth. You're going to be an oddball when you don't fit into the status quo, into society standards and shit. You got to be strong enough to be okay with that. And too bad we don't have more people in this world that aren't, there's so many sheep that just fall in line. You know what I'm saying? We need more dragons out this motherfucker. We need more people that are willing to stand against the shit and stop all this, just the same shit being repeated over and over, just toxic fucking patterns that destroy people. And here social media glorifies it. I get more views when I'm fucking beefing with somebody, when I'm tearing somebody apart, and sure, people are like, that bitch can drag. Cause I can. I'll read you down. But in all reality, what the fuck? Like, so, okay. I can, like, you know what I mean? That type of shit is glorified. Not the motherfucker that comes on here daily and tries to lift other people up or, share knowledge that they've learned and mistakes they've made and ways they've grown to try to maybe help the next motherfucker. The positive shit will always be outweighed by the negative shit because that's exactly how it's easier to control people. I told you it always comes down to control. Always. This is just a small version of it, of people trying to control each other, when in all reality, we're all being controlled by a much bigger machine. And once you understand their patterns, it's easier to recognize the smaller patterns and people, and then you can move accordingly. Yeah, I mean, you will stand out. You'll be a weirdo, but would you rather be? I mean, people like that are remembered. Those who dare to challenge it, who are strong enough to sit by themselves. I sat by myself for a long time, a very long time. I haven't always had this support. And do you know, every day I had to, remind myself and shit. But I also had to not be fucking, you have to keep people around you that'll keep you keep you honest with yourself. Because it's easy to, go off into other shit. That's what social media is made for. You know? Control narratives to keep you fucking questioning shit. I mean, ever since the artificial, it's ancient intelligence, but ever since AI and all that, people don't know what the fuck to believe. And you don't think that was done on purpose? You don't think that shit's been around for the longest time? Of course it has. You've been being AI'd your whole life. We just got access to it. So imagine. Anyway, I won't get on that. I'll save that for another show. Everybody can't go exactly just chilling. And heavy is the head. Heavy is the head. That saying, chosen people call themselves chosen ones and shit like that, but you'll know the chosen ones. You'll know them. There'll be no denying it. And a lot of times it takes a very long time for them to realize it because a lot of people are chosen. They just can't follow through. Your follow through matters so much. And my sports people know that. You learn that in every sport. Your follow through, whether it's throwing, batting, shooting, like whatever it may be, your follow through, your form matters. And that applies in everything else. Everything else. And when you deviate from that shit, that's when you run into fucking trouble. Swing for the fences. Bada, 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 bada. Swing. I know I used to be such an asshole because I'm a fucking cleanup hitter. You know what I'm saying? People see me coming there. Fuck. Goddamn right. And I was a pinch hitter too for our best hitter on the team. I wasn't the best hitter. I think I was like the third best. But she a big girl, man. And she could put them fuckers at the fence. And so I ran for her. She couldn't run very fast. Obviously, I was a pinch runner. Oh man, I love that. I miss that shit so much. The older I get, the more I miss it. And I'm like, I can still do it. I bet you I can do it. I can do it. And then Ardell, he's been playing this shit. Arch, he comes on here all the time, right? Arch is in several of my videos. My Easter video where I talk about my adopted fam. That's Arch and his family, right? And we played ball together our whole lives. And he's playing because they don't have just women's league anymore. I'm 5'7", just chilling. They don't have just women's league. It's only co-ed. And I don't like, he was like, why don't you just play co-ed? Because the men's take shit too seriously. And I'm a catcher, right? So these motherfuckers be running into me just to feel up on my titties. You know? Fuck you, man. This is a goddamn rec ball. And then the fucking men be trying to take the goddamn pictures out and shit. You know, they just take that shit too seriously. Bitch, we ain't getting paid to play. Fuck are you doing? Man, hell no. I'll get right out the way for some fucking co-ed and shit. You ain't fitting to slide into me or knock me the fuck down. Fuck you, bitch. You have to wear all that gear and shit and co-ed. Men, you too goddamn serious, okay? Fuck. You too serious on the field. He's trying to line drive and take their pictures out. This is slow pitch, motherfucker. What are you doing? Stop. I knew you just wanted to feel my booty, bitch. Stop it. Why are we sliding? We're too old for this shit. You know? Yeah, they do. Oh, yeah, I could wear heels with you just showing. Ooh, hell yeah. I do miss playing, though. That's why I post my little baseball shorts and shit. Y'all, I just be reminiscing. I watched the women's fast pitch. I'm like, fuck, I miss that shit. God, I miss it. The smell of the dirt mixed with sweat and shit out there, fucking sunflower seeds everywhere and shit. Pissing off the umps. Actually, the umps loved me. I didn't even get thrown out the game. I did get benched, but to be fair, we were playing the team that I played the year before that. And I may or may not have been the only white girl on that team, right? Shout out to Nate Dogg, the goddamn coach. He loves me. That's Archie's cousin. Anyway, so we played them the next year, right? I went and played on another team, and I'm a catcher. So when they got at the bat, they were talking shit. And when I got at the bat, they were talking shit. So I was talking shit. Goddamn benched me. First, my fucking coach yelled at me in front of everybody. All right, Moore, that's enough. I'm like, fuck, all right, okay. And then they fucking benched me for talking shit for the rest of the game. I said, all right, I ain't do that no more. But most of the umps love me. I may or may not flirt with them a little bit, but yeah, hell yeah, V-Dub. I miss that shit. Do y'all remember the silver bullets? Not the toy, not the cooter toy, but it was the all women's baseball team, right? And my dad took me to see him. I've told this story before. And I just thought they were the fucking shit, man. I was like, God damn, that's what I'm gonna do when I get older. I'm gonna be a professional women's baseball player. A fucking A League of Their Own was my shit. I still know every line, motherfucker. Every line. That's my shit. Especially when Marla Hooch gets up there and say, "It had to be you." Oh, y'all be sleeping on the ugly bitches. Look, there's somebody for everybody. Okay. He was beautiful or she was beautiful to him. You know what I'm saying? And she was a badass ball player. Let's keep it real. Ain't nobody had no shit on Marla Hooch. I mean, Dottie, look. All right. She was good. All right. She was good. I was watching the clips the other day, and this goddamn first baseman, talk about stretch. This bitch did a whole goddamn split. I was like, no, you go ahead, bitch, right there. You go ahead. That's the type of first base player I want. And then this catcher, this bitch had a goddamn cannon. You hear me? She fucking shot this shit from goddamn fucking plate all the way, the home plate to third. Or not third, I'm lying. Second. I was like, bitch. And I mean, she fucking hurled, whoa, cannon right on that ass. I was like, my arm was never. Ebony. Hey, boo. Grand rise and shit. How are you? I'm over here reminiscing on my goddamn softball days and shit. I'm too much of a puss to go play fucking co-ed because the goddamn men's and shit. They want to make shit too serious, want to knock you over and whatnot. I did one time. This lady, her finger got broke. I felt all bad. You know what I mean? I was like, well, she was the catcher for the other team too. Oops. I don't know if I could slide nowadays though. I think it could. I don't know. I've been thinking I can do shit that I probably can't. I'm like, oh, I can do it. I can do it. I swear. Hell yeah, Max. That was my shit, dude. There's no crying in baseball. Use your head. Yeah. That lump 2 feet above your ass. That's my shit. I thought about dressing up as that for Halloween because you can get the costumes. Such a good movie. God, that was one of my favorite movies. But yeah, I be reminiscing about shit like that sometimes. Me too, girl. I love it. I wish they just don't make movies like that no more. But I wish I could still play. I'd seen these young girls though. Phew, Jesus. I don't know what they fuck. They Stewie's mom, ain't it? You're gonna lose. You're gonna lose. Whops that kid right in there with the glove. I got him. We're gonna win. We're gonna win. That's me crying and shit, missing the cutoff. Actually, I'm a catcher, so I would never miss the cutoff, but she's all crying. That's me on YouTube, boo-hooing and shit. That's fucking diva. Get up, bitch! Okay, alright, okay. What's all that crying shit? I don't know. I'm good. Okay, alright. There's no crying in YouTube. That's how I hear diva coming at me. Got it, bitch. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Oh, I miss it. God, I miss it. Ain't it Frisco? God, this used to be my playground. Used to be. This used to be my childhood dream. Ain't it? This used to be the place I ran to. Oh, whenever I was in need. Sing it. Of a friend. Oh, why did it have to end? 'Cause you're an old bitch, they say. You're old as folks. Can't slide into home. My show don't. Sorry, remix. I thank you. I figured I'd do an unfiltered and shit. You know what I'm saying? Show y'all all my scars and whatnot. They're there. They're there. That's what people be like. Oh, I'm really photogenic and I'm good with like lighting and angles and shit. But your girl is flawed. That's what I tell people, man. Don't trust the shit you see here on the YouTube. We all like, you know, put our best foot forwards and shit, but most of us look like a goddamn troll and shit. I know I do. Motherfucker, I look like a troll right now. You know? People like came up. I came up when I want to, motherfucker. How about that? I don't have to show people my face every day. I don't how about I just want to look funky today? Okay? Fuck you. Well, I gotta put makeup on for you. This shit is way too goddamn expensive. Speaking of Jeffree Star, squirrel. I saw some shit. He's all up in the goddamn shit again. You remember he was on James Charles' ass or whatever for fucking with them young dudes? Well, now Jeffree Star's old ass, and I can't really say shit. I mean, my cougar moment wasn't as bad as his because he's like 21 years older than this cat, and this guy's already like a shit stir. He narked James Charles out or whatever. But yeah. So now he's fucking with the same cat that narked James Charles out. So now it's looking like maybe they knew each other and it was kind of a setup of James Charles. Ooh, perhaps. Look, that I didn't say it. I'm repeating it, but it's just, you know, allegations only, right? Allegedly speaking. But yeah, 21 years. That's how much older he is than the younger dude. So, I mean, hey, the young dude, look, Jeffree Star is a goddamn gazillionaire. Okay. That motherfucker is rich. I wouldn't look. Go ahead and fuck with Jeffree Star if you want to. Okay, if he fucks you up, don't say shit. Don't say shit. I do fuck with his makeup though. I like his makeup. It's the most pigmented shit on the market. I love it. But you know, for his, I don't have shit to say about his personality or nothing like that. Squirrel, whatever happened to him and Trisha? I haven't seen shit out of Trisha Paytas lately. I think she got on that not the B6 diet, but the B6 diet. The what's that shit called that everybody's taking and it makes them look all gaunt in their face? Fuck. I don't remember. But the shit that fat people are taking to lose weight right now. I tried. My doctor was like, nope, you can't. Nope. They wouldn't even write it to me. I was like, that's some bullshit. So I just got to stay fat. Thanks. Way to fucking look out. Appreciate it and shit. Ozempic. That's what it called. Ozempic. I think she's on like a small dose of that or something. She's losing some of her weight or whatever. GLP-1. Is that what it is? I don't know. It's got a lot of different names. All I know is what's going to happen when you got to stop taking it though. You can't stay on it forever. Why would you want to be like dependent on something like that? I mean, I guess if you change your eating habits and all that shit, I don't know. I don't know. Good for her. I know she's always struggled with her weight and she's got an eating addiction, she says. I don't know. She was also on My Strange Addiction for tanning too much, but she did that on purpose just to be seen. Yeah, Mr. Brooks, Ozempic. So, but she's I've noticed online you got to be a little, you know what I'm saying, mentally touched and shit to really succeed at this game. You have to be. Magnum! Graham motherfucking rides. Welcome, welcome. Y'all was an hour and a half late to my goddamn live this morning. I thought I was said it yesterday. I said, look, we're gonna go in the morning, not at night, because we're tired and bitchy at night and it's no fun. You know, and I'm usually stoned out my gourd by then. I've smoked myself retarded all day. I was like, so we're gonna do it when we're night. It's fresh and, you know, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. And your girl fucking overslept. Fucking hour and a half. I got Hunter in here talking shit, talking about women are always fucking late. It's always like a woman. I'm like, all right. Okay. Touche, motherfucker. Touche. So I was late. I know people were all excited thinking I was going to get up here and drag motherfuckers. I've already shown I can drag motherfuckers. That's not even a challenge anymore. The challenge is healing. The challenge is fucking, you know what I'm saying, growing beyond all that shit. And I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of myself. I don't just get up here and talk about ego and shit and needing to be able to master your ego. I'm actually walking that shit. I always look to see if somebody, I mean, if anybody can talk the talk. Are they walking that shit? And if they ain't walking it, then it's probably poppycock. You feel me? Ain't nothing but a bunch of fucking poppycock. So, and we don't do poppycock around these here parts. Come on, don't. Raining on you and shit. Oh, God, y'all. Well, it's going to be a rainy day. You know, a girl loves a rainy day. Movies. Oh, and Diva, yeah, I took V-Dub's wrench. I did. He's in trouble. Okay, he's in the penalty box right now. He decided to fraternize across enemy lines. You know what I'm saying? So he's in trouble. And I make no apologies about it. He loves it, though, to be honest with you. I don't ask me why these men love it when they like to get in trouble with me. I don't know. He's talking about spanking him and some more shit. I say, all right. You gotta tell me twice. I got me a few outfits saved and shit. You know what I mean? We got a vintage vixen about to be on the scene. What? Fitting to make some motherfuckers real mad. Real mad. What, this bitch is old? Is she showing titties? Yep, that's me. Vintage vixen. Make sure you hashtag that shit. Gilf status. No, we're not Gilf yet. Not yet. But we're a little bit more plus size this time. That's what I was telling some people. They were like, are you going to do it? I was like, you do know that your girl is a little bit more plus size than I was when I did it, right? And they were like, that just means more sexy. I was like, all right. Remember you said that and shit. When you just got crevices and cracks and shit all up in your face, you know? And I'm walking a fucking little white wagon behind me and shit. Do. Yeah. I don't want to hear not a goddamn thing. What's up, LVY? Welcome, 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 welcome. Oh, yeah, we good over here. Hope you've been well. We just chilling. I'm over here cutting up, talking shit. Tied it to the potty. Now I'm about to bust out my herb, y'all. It's supposed to be a wakey bakey, and I ain't even smoked yet. Look at me. Bullshitting. Bullshitting. I know, Magnum. They be skimping me on my likes, dude. Ain't that some horse shittery? They don't share my shit. They don't tag my Just a nerd out here, y'all. Doing my best. Hot mess, doing my best. Oop, 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 oop. Here we go. And if you guys have any ideas, like, for, cosplay or whatever, just let me know. I know some people have some favorite characters and shit. Like, I already had a request for Velma from Scooby Doo. I gotta get the wig though. I can do everything else. I just can't do the wig yet. Like, I don't want to cut my hair, so I gotta get me a little wig. Oh, word. Okay, good. Well, that's not bad. That's good. Sometimes people come in here and completely skimp my ass. Oh, it's to Keith. Keith's usually in here, but thank you. He makes me little things for the channel all the time. So I went ahead and made a little short out of them, and I've shared them along my wall. So make sure you check him out. He's really good at that. Elvira, yes. Larry, that's the other one. Elvira. That's my bitch right there. We love Morticia. Okay, we love Morticia, but Elvira is our fucking single queen. Okay, she's our single. Morticia is when I'm, you know what I mean. That's the energy I get in when I have a Gomez and shit. But right now we ain't fucking with no Gomez's. We're on our on our Elvira shit. So yeah, stay tuned. I have a lot of shit planned. And like I said, people really want me to do it again. And I already told them, well, if you want me to do it, motherfucker, you better help me get the shit. And they said, okay. So there we are. That's where we're at with it. Oh, because they're weird, Mr. Brooks. I would not be with a dude that's fucking shaving his shit, man. Are you shaving your chest hair for why? That's meant to keep me warm at night. What are we doing? That's like dudes that fucking dye their silver in their hair and shit and in their beards. Bobby was talking about, man, you better never. That shit is sexy. Keep it. Keep the fucking silver. Yum. I love silver on a man. And his beard and shit. Oh, goddamn. Stop it. Let me hit this shit. Mm-hmm. See, it's not even Thursday. Y'all can get up talking shit. I do love the men's. And the men's do love me. It's a problem. I know it's a problem. Yeah, I don't. It's weird when dudes shave that shit. I ain't gonna lie. I dated this guy. He used to do that. When we got together, I was like, don't ever do this shit again. And he's fuck. My bad. He stopped while we were together, but then he just started again when we split. Fuck the haters, fuck the negativity, fuck the toxicity, boo boo. You are real. You are the queen of this palace, and whether we talk a lot or not, I'm happy we cross paths. Aw, I'm sending you hugs. Thank you. Ain't it? I'd rather be a real queen out this motherfucker than some of this fake shit. You know what I'm saying? I know. Well, we're old and hairy. It gets worse as women get older. We get hair in weird places. Like, what the fuck? A nipple hair? Where the fuck? Yeah, not by the hair on my chinny chin chin, bitch. Wait, what? Excuse me? What happened? Hold on. That's what I'm saying. When you get a woman in her 40s, bitch, we just don't give a fuck no more. Understand that. We done had babies. We done had our fucking leg. There is no embarrassment anymore. You know what I'm saying? We done had kids at our ass at the end of the table. Scooch down for me and let your legs fall to the side. Just ass coochie all up in motherfuckers' face. We do not care. Okay? We do not do boo boo. We are past that, you know? I wish I could give that not give a fuck to other people, but you can't transfer it. I be trying, but you can't. Keeping in mind I date women my age. I'm 44 and younger. I encourage women to let their yes. I mean, look, I dated younger and caught hell for it, but he loved all that shit about, you know what I mean? People are attracted to different things. You have to understand that. Some motherfuckers are into vintage. They collect vintage. Old collectibles. I'm an old collectible. Oh fuck it. Y'all hear the thunder? When the thunder rolls and the lightning strike. This is why I smoke weed, y'all. It's shit right here. Roar! Look. Uh-oh, we talking dating? Uh-oh. 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 What am I missing? I am 25 and I hate when I get clean shaven. I don't have to clean shave now, but I had a oh yeah. I tell you know, and people think I'm weird maybe, but I like a little bit of rough on a dude. I don't like the clean shaven. I never have. Like I don't like buzz cuts. I mean I like them in the, summer or whatever, but like I don't know. I like the I don't know what the right word is for it. Scruffy, maybe? Is it scruffy? Like I like it when men have a little bit not shaved. I don't like a completely shaved face and shit. I like it when y'all are a little sweaty, a little salty and shit. I love that shit. One of the most attractive things to me is a man working like wearing coveralls. Jesus. Ugh. They're doing like working on a car, working on the house, working on something, right? Whatever it is that they're into or whatever. Just watching them work, it should be sexy as fuck. Watching the sweat dripping down their temples and shit. You just want to lick it. Just like, let me get that for you. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I like a beard. I look at beards how we look at a mane on a lion. Sometimes. You got a lot of cuck ass motherfuckers out here with beards too, though. So you don't ever be you know what I'm saying, fooled by that. Grand vitality as your luck and favor grows more with every healing breath. Yes and yes. Welcome, Keith. Did you like the short I made with your art? Ain't it? Little tickle tickle. A little tickle tickle. Oh, let me stop. It's not even Thursday, and this is supposed to be like a positive, happy. You know what I'm saying? I can't be talking all dirty. Don't tempt me. Stop it. I love it. You know what I mean? I don't know. I mean, I've dated clean shaven, but they knew too. I'd be like, let that shit grow out a little bit. So it's okay. I'm sweaty. I need to take a shower. No, you don't. You definitely don't. You don't. It's all manly and testosterone. I don't know. All right, that's enough of that. My bowl. Y'all got it. It's hot and bothered over here. Yeah, but coveralls, ladies, get your men some coveralls. Thank me later. Okay, just get them some. Mm, yum. Y'all can have all that name brand shit y'all want to do with this and this and that and nice car. Give me a country boy. You know what I'm saying? And some coveralls, bitch, and some steel toes, a little scruffy. You know what I mean? Mm, goddamn. Thank God I'm a country girl. I'm happy I caught your live. I don't pop in too many streams here. How I missed Steven's stream yesterday because I passed out. Oh, well, I love that you came by. I'm glad you came by on a stream like this. You know what I'm saying? You can reb all back or whatever. I feel like I dropped some good shit, you know? Got some vulnerable with you guys and also, I know it's not the things that are popular, right? It's not popular to heal and to grow. Let's keep it real. Staying in toxic patterns and shit like that are more celebrated, but here online, it'll make your ego feel good, but there's no longevity in it. You feel me? There's nothing really that you're gonna get from it. A little rise in dopamine, perhaps. You know, that's the thing is we as a society we've become such a fucking instant gratification type shit. The whole thing, everything is about now, now, now. You know what I mean? Nobody wants to earn shit. Nobody wants to wait for shit. Like, the good shit comes is in the waiting. That's the wisdom comes in the waiting. It comes in the growth. It comes in the lessons. But now people value more, um, followers, views, labels, and shit like that over wisdom. Over shit like that. I value wisdom. Those are things you can't buy. You can buy labels. You can buy all that other shit. You can buy jewelry. You can buy your image. You can buy your supporters. You can't buy wisdom. And anybody can get up here and talk shit too. You know what I mean? You can get up here and say one thing, but living it and talking it and walking it are two totally different things. And I plan on walking it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's my purpose, honestly. And I made that promise years ago. Like I said, people will see your potential and they'll see things in you, your gifts, your purpose and shit before you do. That's actually one of my gifts. I can see things in people that they don't see, good and bad. But most of the, I try to focus more on the positive, their gifts, the things that need to be poured into it and to help them grow it. Because a lot of times people don't want to pour into those things because they fear you'll become a threat then. You might be better than them. You might achieve something they can't. So they'll intentionally not pour into those parts of you. You know? And people that have good intentions will. They'll see you're good and they'll amplify it. They'll help you grow in it. You know what I'm saying? Because they know that's what's best for you. Not in the long run. Longevity. Not in short-term shit. So, I'm missing shit. God damn it. God damn it. Hold on. You don't hate anybody online unless it's a dating site. You don't date anyone on it, ain't it? I mean, look, I dated from here. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. But not everybody can do that. Most people, when they split, the ego, you know what I mean, wants to turn everybody on the other person to make them feel better about it. Or, people take it as a slight when a relationship doesn't work out. And I said this at the beginning of the stream. That's how you know somebody's truly healed. When you talk to them about, or it's brought up, they'll be like, oh yeah, we broke up, da 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 da. That'll be the end of it. When somebody's not over something, they'll be like, oh yeah, that bitch did this, and this and that, and fuck her. You know what I mean? They're not over it yet. That's how you know. That's one of the telltale ways. And ladies, when you get with the man and all he does is bitch about his ex, he ain't over that hoe. He ain't over that hoe. He's still angry at the bitch. You know what I'm saying? The opposite of love is indifference, not hate. If that man is still hating on that bitch, get the fuck out the situation. Seriously. He ain't worked through it. He's not healed from it. And you'll just be part of that whole shit box. You know what I'm saying? Trying to be with a man who is not over another woman, you will fuck yourself up trying. I told my wife I see something in her that makes a good person. She's still trying to figure it out. Well, I mean, and we do that though, don't we? Don't we? People see things in us and we don't necessarily see them, but those are the people that you keep around you. You be wondering. Sometimes I wonder, I'm like, how does this person still love me? Like, how? I don't even love myself sometimes. I mean, and that's another thing that plays so deep into all of this shit is that there's a serious lack of self-worth and confidence and huge insecurity in people. Huge insecurity. And that insecurity breeds hate, cruelty, all of it. People on the internet to me are weird as fuck doing anything other than exactly. Or don't, hey, you're not supposed to be social. How dare you talk about that on a social site? Wait, what? Don't be social on this social ass site. The fuck are you doing? Wait, what? Huh? Oh, I'm supposed to use this as a vehicle to harass. Oh, okay. Oh, you using it right then. Oh, okay. It's my fault. Oh, yeah, you're right. These idiots. I get busy on this motherfucker when I'm attacked or pushed to that point. Other than that, I just want to laugh. Exactly. That's how I feel. And I pick and choose now. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not performing. My channel isn't for other people, so I'm not going to respond to certain shit, right? Because if you respond, then they think your channel's about that, like, that other things are about them that's not. And you'd be like, nah, fuck you. So you just got to starve them completely. Who cares? Let them fucking bark whatever they need to bark. Nobody gives a fuck. Nobody cares. But like when I got tired of other people being contacted, you know what I mean? Like about me and shit like that. So yeah, I'm going to protect the people that support and anybody who's attacked or whatever for supporting me. I'm going to speak up. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, I don't care what anybody posts on their page. I don't even watch. I could give a fuck less. Nobody gives a fuck. Or complaining about what you're posting on your section. Hey, the hell? Because it's not about them. That's why people get angry, you know? Because in all honesty, if people wanted to be left alone, they would leave people alone when they're leaving them alone. But that's not what they want. Yeah, there's a lot of people in here that just starve for attention. Honestly, starving. That's why you gotta fucking just starve them out. People hate being ignored. They hate that more than anything. Ask any man. He would much rather you argue with his ass and say the meanest shit than to fucking ignore him. That shit physically hurts people when you ignore them. I get real good at that. If I'm arguing with you, motherfucker, you're good. Once I ignore you, I'm done. I'm 100% done. People call themselves laughing about how I use my community tab meant for posting. All I do is post on it because that's what it's for. So who's the moron? Me or the person talking? The person talking. Right. Well, how dare you? How dare you, Diva? You're not allowed to use this right in the way it's meant to be used. What kind of shit is this? How dare you? How dare you exercise your rights and report? You know what I mean? How dare you do any of that kind of shit? How dare you create a whole fucking news for multiple seconds? And you know what? People, they may not realize it, but if their views dropped and shit like that, you want to know why? Because a lot of us depended on Yollywood, and that's how we kept up with other sectors. I'm not going and watching everybody's goddamn streams. I don't. There's not enough time in the day, and I would keep up through Yollywood. That's how I ever knew anything was going on in the fucking beef sector. You know me, I don't be popping around that motherfucker like that. There's too many channels to keep up. And you did. You know what I'm saying? So everybody would go to your channel to see what the fuck's going on. And now it's not there, and people are probably wondering why their views dropped and shit. Well, perhaps. Like, why would you ever piss off the news? That's so dumb. You want to be mentioned in the news. You want your name out there. Even if it's not the best, dude. It's fucking... Anyway, I'm not going to try to help motherfucker. You can't help idiots. You just can't. It is just chilling. It is. It really is. I mean, remember, like, when I get to dating and shit and I'm all like in my own world, y'all, you can't fuck with me. You know what I mean? Once I'm on some shit, I'm on some shit. So don't let people get you off your pivot. You know, if they can get you off your pivot, they have much more control than you want to admit. Snatch that control back, snatch that fucking power back, and then watch them squirm. That's actually my specialty, and I just needed to apply it to YouTube. I'm really good at that offline. I don't know why I wasn't applying it online. I know. You know what, Diva? You want to hear some horse shit? I stole this fucking short off of Instagram for you, and it had this bunny jamming, right? I went to go share it the other day, and they gave me an age restriction on it. I appealed it, but it didn't go through. And there's nothing in it that should be age restricted. So I just left it on private. The point, Mo, I wouldn't have known who some of these people were if it wasn't for Diva, Ball X, anybody. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. They're idiots, dude. Think about it. You hear names off of TMZ, like, you know, Entertainment Tonight, like all these news channels and shit, right? That's how you hear about shit. Why would you ever get mad about being featured in the goddamn news? Idiots. It's free fucking promo. I don't know. You can't help an idiot. I know I don't know what the business is and shit, right? I know I'm very ignorant to that. But I know how business works and marketing and shit. And I know it's not a bad thing to have your name in the fucking news on your line. Everything works off of that. That's so dumb. So dumb. Like, do you know how many channels I subscribe to from learning about them from like your channel and shit like that? It was a hot topic spot, you know, and people would get mad. But shit, I mean, it got you viewers. It got you in that. What people cared about on here was viewers and subscribers, right? And then when they get them, they're mad. Well, doesn't matter how you get them. It's your job to make them a believer, motherfucker. It's your job to make them a supporter. She put it out there. She promoted you, didn't she? Look, Diva done dragged me in some more shit. She'll put me on both her channels, mad as shit at me. You know? And she's the news. That's what she does. Never once was I like, God damn it, fuck. Like, no, that you want to be featured in the news, good or bad. There's no such thing as bad promo. Not on here. Dumbasses, you just can't help them. Look, let them stay dumb. And let the people who recognize value run with that. You know what I'm saying? Let them run with it. When I see people that are disrespectful to those that could fucking be the thing that helps them succeed, I just sit back. You're an idiot. Well, that explains everything. No need to go any further. You explained it all, motherfucker. But like I said, on here, people portray themselves totally different than what is fucking truth. And that, I mean, it's social media. It's virtual reality. You can be whatever you want to be. You know what I'm saying? But if you're going to be a fake bitch, own your fakery and don't expect real if you being fake. You don't get back what you want. You get back what you put out type shit. Reframe. Perhaps, Keith, we're learning over here, okay? But you got a lot of slow learning ass motherfuckers on here. I thought I was a slow learner. God damn it. Some of y'all be making me look like a fucking genius. I'm like, this is craziness. Y'all make me feel smart as a bitch. In all reality, it's some ignorant motherfuckers. Yeah, they do. Just showing they do. They do. That's all right. Let them get popped a time or two. They'll learn. Look, we've all had to do it. That's what I'm saying. I've been through so many lessons and shit that people don't even understand, like hard shit. And I'm not going to go into, I'm over, telling people what I've been through and explaining this shit. It doesn't matter. The past is the past. Just know I went through it, got through it. You know what I'm saying? We learned and we came out better. Better, not bitter. That's the goal. You know what I'm saying? You want to be better at the end of situations, not bitter. If you bitter, that means you didn't fucking learn the lesson. And not everything is going to go your way in life. I don't know why people expect it to always go your way. That's, like I said, you're the king of wishful thinking. It just doesn't go like that. We only learn through pain. That's why some of the most intelligent motherfuckers and the most gifted people have been through the most shit. Because they've had to learn. Some shit you can't teach. Like, people can only learn it by experiencing it. Sadly, but it's the truth. That's just how life is. Part of life is suffering. It is. It's what you do with that suffering. What you allow it to, mold you into be. Are you going to be what everybody else is? Are you the same as everybody else? Are you going to let it make you bitter? Are you going to, fall in line with what motherfuckers have for you? Are you going to say, fuck that shit, snatch your power back, this your shit, you're the CEO of this? Listen, tap in, use your discernment, and grow. Avoid the trap. Avoid it. Take the cheese if you got it, bitch, but avoid that motherfucker. And know that your ego will be used against you. That will be their greatest weapon to learn to use against you is your own ego. Get that fucker in line. And people who want to control others, try to control your own ego first, and then perhaps you'll have a shot in hell of controlling anybody else. Until then, shut the fuck up. You weak bitch. Like, cut that shit. What's up, Brayden? Learning is the hardest part. Without that, the past won't be the past. Perfect. Well said. Well fucking said. That's so true. And then when you're hard-headed, right, you keep refusing to fucking learn the lesson because you think you know best or you know better and da 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 da. And people, it's not, they feel weak being wrong. That doesn't make you wrong. I mean, it doesn't make you weak. You're going to be wrong a lot in life. Only an idiot thinks they won't. It's like the dumbass who just keeps taking the wrong turns and refuses to look at the map. All right, bitch. Well, you go ahead. and stress yourself out and waste your goddamn gas, bitch. I'm gonna go ask for some fucking direction, idiot. You're hurting your fucking self. Fuck you. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not using. People aren't gonna use my ego against me. Shit. I control this shit. I'm the master of my own shit. Ain't nobody. Look, if the day somebody else is my master, it'll be because I allowed it. Not because they tricked me out my power. You can't trick me out my shit. I've had to fight too hard for it. I've had to bounce back from shit that most people will never have to face in an entire lifetime. There's not much people can. I mean, that sounds ignorant and arrogant, but it certain people. But you know, I don't take advice from people that haven't been through shit, or you know what I'm saying. That I just can't. That's like taking swimming lessons from a motherfucker that can't swim. Well, you go ahead and drown then, bitch. You go ahead. I ain't. No, thank you. What's up, Barrel Boy? Steven is in the goddamn chat. What up, motherfucker? You were tardy to the party. It's okay. I was an hour and a half late. Shit. Don't tell. Ah. Don't tell anybody. And plus, I do pride myself. I am a dragon. You know what I'm saying? And dragons are actually fucking very intelligent beings. They're a symbol of divine femininity, of the divine feminine. They were never. I mean, they're considered mythical creatures. I guess I'm a mythical creature myself. So there's that. Plus, you know what else? I knew that I was more than what I saw myself as when other people started copying my shit and stuff. I was like, oh, like you can let it make you mad and, you know, get on your nerves, or you can say, all right, well, I must have the hottest shit out here then. You know what I'm saying? Just because people don't want to tell you, don't mean it ain't the truth. Pay attention. When you hear people, you know what I'm saying, mimicking you or mirroring you and shit like that, that's a sign in human psychology that they admire you. Don't take it as a slight. Just because a dog is barking, don't mean it can do any damage. Dogs bark when they're scared. Just saying. The barking is scared. Nah, don't. I'm barking so you see me. Fear the motherfucker that stays in silence and just snaps at that ass when you least expect it. I know, Steven, you got the Red Bull back. This was actually a really good live. I don't know if people enjoyed it or not. I'll see how the likes go after this, but you know, I think it was a good live. It's been good for me. I'm proud of myself. I really don't care what other people think. You know what I'm saying? I'm proud of me. And the people that have been around for a long time, they're proud of me. I know that. I've had a lot of people say that. Damn, you go ahead, Mo. Like, thanks. A bitch finally learned. Look at me go. Look at me and shit. Slow, but it's all right, bitch. We got it. We got it. Shit, we got it. It is, Steven. It just gets annoying. It used to. Now I'm just like, all right. You know what I mean? I see it as a compliment, whether they're meaning to compliment me or not. Because there's no way, there's natural human psychology and human nature that you do subconsciously. It's not conscious. You know what I'm saying? And when people mirror you and shit, they admire you, whether they're barking at you or not. Oh, thank you. That means a lot. And you know what? It took me seeing other people like do the same shit that I've done. That, you know, sometimes I don't see things right away. You know, like there's been times with you know, with you and I where I took you explaining for me to see. Oh, okay, I see where you're coming from. You know what I mean? Because I didn't immediately see it, but that's part of learning and shit. And you got to be open to other people. Not everybody though. You don't have to value everybody's opinion and shit like that. But the people that you respect and shit like that, you know, you have to be willing to understand and at least listen. At least, because sometimes, you know, your lessons come in all different forms and shit. There's earth angel, there's people, you know, and you're the haters, the people who hurt you the worst in life and try to do the most to you. You really should be thanking them. If you apply it the way you're supposed to, right? If you take the lessons and you don't get stuck in the traps for too long and shit, and you're able to break free, you thank them because they mold you into who you need to be to fulfill your purpose. Could I really get up here and inspire folks or motivate folks to get through their hardest times in life if I hadn't been through shit? Would anybody listen to me? No, they wouldn't. But they will listen to somebody who's been through it, who has, been through some shit. They might just know a little bit of, they might have lived through it. So they might be able to inspire you and motivate you. I know there's been people in life that I've respected so much, you know, and I don't know. I like the way that they did life, the way they learned, the way they grew and shit like that. The way they got through things and didn't let it break them, and and even if they broke a little bit, they repaired themselves stronger. You know what I'm saying? I was like, that's the type of bitch I want to be. And my brother said that shit to me years ago. When my son, he was going through his shit, we were in the hospital, and my brother came and stayed a couple nights with me and shit. And he wasn't supposed to. You're only allowed to have one adult there in the ICU, but they let him stay. And he was like, and I was like, I just don't know. I told him, I was like, I don't know how the fuck I'm gonna get through this. I don't even know what to do. Like, it was so much, right? And he said, well, sissy, because he calls me sissy. He said, this is when you find out what you're really made of. And I'll never forget that shit. I'll never forget that. And I keep that in the back of my mind when I feel like shit is too much, or, you know what I mean? I don't know how to get through something or whatever. Or like I feel like I just want to break, or whatever. You just want to give up, you know? But I don't break pinky promises. God damn it. All right. And if I promise some shit, I'm going to do my very goddamn best to make sure that I, you know, fulfill that promise. And I made a promise fucking 6 years ago. So, and your girl's still trudging through it. And sometimes I wonder how I get through shit, and like, something will work out and I just like magically or divinely. And I'm like, what? And I'd be like, oh, thanks. Good looking out and shit. Thanks. Got people, you know what I'm saying? Spirits that be looking out for your girl. Like, people will see your purpose before you a lot of times, and your potential. And the attack on you will be 1,000 times worse than others because your calling is much greater. You know what I'm saying? And people, when they're powerful, or whatever word you want to use, influence, whatever it may be, right? Inspirational, motivate, whatever. Carry influence, you should say. They can take it different ways. And you can use it for good or for bad. You know what I'm saying? That's why a lot of people call me a witch. I'm not a witch. I've never practiced Wiccan. I don't practice it at all. I'm just an alchemist. I've taken a lot of energy and had to, you know. And I haven't always done that right. And sometimes it takes me a long ass time. I'll recognize the patterns, but I had to fight my ego, or I had to fight insecurities, had to fight, confidence issues and worth problems, and shit like that, all the things that people don't want to admit that they struggle with, feeling worthy. Like, I did. I'm not embarrassed to admit that. That doesn't make me a fucked up person. A lot of us, we struggle with things, and you're made to believe if you're a human, or you do human things, that you're weak, or you're somehow less than. You know who you are. Seriously, because if you don't, motherfuckers will try to tell you who you are, and you might just believe it. Keep people around you that keep you honest, that know you, the real you, and treat people right. Keep your intentions pure. Follow universal law. Work on mastering and controlling yourself and your ego. You can't go wrong by that, investing in yourself. Motherfuckers put more investment in other people and trying to mold other people and control other people. Put that energy into controlling and molding yourself. Then you might actually have a chance at molding others and controlling others. Until then, I said this shit before. How the fuck you gonna govern someone else and you can't even govern your goddamn self, man? If you don't get the fuck out of here. Like, I would follow somebody that, people follow strength above all else. You'll follow strength. It's just natural. You got a lot of sheep out this motherfucker. Don't get it twisted. But You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Depends on the type of motherfucker you are. You know, you're gonna attract like-minded, and you'll also attract opposite. You know, and learn and take from it from both sides, everything that you can, and utilize that shit. Break it down if you have to. Study the motherfucker. Study it all. You know what I mean? Learn the inner workings. Figure out why you feel the way you feel. Why you act the way you act. If people focused more on self, things would be so different in this fucking world. But instead, we got selfish motherfuckers that don't focus on bettering self. There's a difference. There's a big difference. I'm a what motherfucker. You a motherfucker. If we did this in the world, it would be a hell. It would. It would. But you know, haters are disgruntled stands. Always. Your true enemies. Well, I mean, your enemies can be your haters. Don't get it twisted. But oh, sorry, I'm stretching. There's a difference. You got people that will truly want the worst for you, and then there's some people that are just, irritated by you because they fuck with you. They just can't admit it to themselves. That happens in intimate shit too. You know, it'll be a situation where, excuse me, it's not, ideal, or the people can't be together and they know that. So then they're kind of like assholes to each other. You know what I'm saying? Because they know it'll never be the way they want it to be. So they take it out. And I mean, that saying is true too, though, that hurt people hurt people. That's what I was saying. Like when you talk to somebody after a relationship, what a sign is of it being healed is when you're still hurt, you want other people to hurt. And you don't care if you hurt other people, but you can tell when you're around certain people will change your whole energy. Their energy, their aura and shit will change your whole energy. Everybody's like that. You get around a bunch of hateful motherfuckers and shit that are bitching and, you know, just you start feeling that way. You know what I mean? That it comes with the mirroring and shit. So I'm talking about mirror neurons, all that other shit, static person, all that plays into it. All of it. It's all very, very cerebral. You don't understand. It is though. It is, Keith, because a lot of people won't heal. They just jump from person to person from insecurities. You know what I mean? Or they date for the wrong reasons and shit. That's what I have people say to me, oh, you dated different type of people. Well, sure. I was in different places in life. I believe everybody that comes into your life is, meant to. Good and bad. Your enemies included. They're meant to come in and help mold you as well. It's whether you allow it to mold you or allow it to destroy you. That's up to you. You're in control of that. And people that put the power on everybody else and, oh, they did this and this and that and this that. You giving motherfuckers a lot of power. A lot of power. I'll be goddamn not ever let a motherfucker affect my energy again or my day or how I view myself or how I live, how I sleep, any of that. You don't give that to anybody. And as soon as you feel that power slipping, you yank that shit right back and you flip the script on that ass. I'm really good at that. People that oftentimes don't realize it for a very, very long time that the power dynamic shifted a long time ago. I'm just smooth with it. My alchemist, baby, there's some magic. Magic isn't always what you think it is. We'll just put it that way. And magical motherfuckers will seek out the other magical motherfuckers. You know? So that's all. I've been on here for over 2 hours. Thank you for everybody that came. Ain't it? Flip it and fuck it. For real. For real, people. I can't believe she did that. Well, believe it, because I don't give a fuck. Not in that way. I'm going to do what I feel I should do and what feels right. And you know what I mean? I don't care if I look goofy or if I'm too old or whatever the fuck or what somebody thinks. I just don't care. I don't ever remember asking anybody for their permission or their opinion on my life choices or any of the above. You know what I'm saying? I've lived 40 something years before I ever got on, or what, 30, almost 40 years before I ever got on the goddamn interwebs. Like I'm gonna give a fuck now. Please. Please. I'd rather be the bitch. It doesn't hurt my feelings anymore. I used to get up here and try, oh no, that's not me. I feel that's not true. I'm not that. No. Fuck it. Okay, I'll be that. I'll be all that. Sure. Mm-hmm. Just make sure you spell my shit right. Be a bitch when you need to be. When you need to be. Just handle things accordingly. I think if people thought more, but you do have a lot of people that just don't honestly think. They have other motherfuckers thinking for them. Sheep mentality. Who are we hating today, guys? Who are we talking about today, guys? Huh? Who are we mad at? Oh, you don't like them? I don't like them either. Fuck them. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, fuck that. So-and-so didn't like it, so I'm not going to like it either. Like, just, you know how much shit you miss out on? Sometimes motherfuckers don't fuck with shit because they don't want you to see the value in it. They really fuck with it. They just lying to you. You just a young bull on the internet, Max. I have to come live tomorrow and talk shit. But I got to go to the dentist first thing in the morning, so I don't know if I'll be able to. I don't know. Last time, shit, I had a tooth pulled. My ass was up here just a talking, and Vibrant was like, girl. I ended up losing the goddamn, what this shit called? The blood clot out of it and everything. It was still up here just a yapping. I didn't get dry socket or nothing. How? I don't know. I don't fucking know. A lot of shit. I don't know how it works. I just be grateful. I'm like, thank you. I don't know who did that, but shout out to the gods. Shout out to the gods. So anyway, but thanks for coming, y'all. Hopefully this stream is, somebody got something out of it. And my bad for being late and shit. I'll try to be better about that. So Christopher said to me yesterday, and I know a lot of you guys don't get my notifications, so I do need to nail down like a time where I'll come live consistently so that people will know if they just come, I'll be live instead of waiting for a fucking notification. My Sly. Ah, you too. Sending you hugs. Squeezing you around your neck. Around your neck. You'll have to rebel back if you haven't been here. I think it's a good stream, but thank you for everybody that showed up. And to the people who support your girl on the Cash App and the Venmo, I greatly appreciate it. I am not monetized yet. Not sure if I ever could get monetized. But the ones that do support my art and my craft and stuff and help support the channel, shout out to you guys. And thanks for coming. Make sure you tag the like, subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and keep an eye out for the vintage Vixen on the way. It's 11/11, y'all. Make a wish. And I may or may not have started filming. Stay tuned. Talk to you guys next time.